Okay guys, in this video we're going to show how to model multiplying and dividing integers with tokens. So we are going to start with multiplying integers with tokens. And if you look here, 3 times 2 equals 6. Well, I know positive 3 times positive 2 is 6. We know that. Well, to model this with tokens, okay, we are going to say that this first number, that tells us the number of groups we have. Okay, so this is telling me I have 3 groups. 3 groups, and you see I put that out. Group 1, group 2, group 3. 3 groups. The second number tells us the number in each group. Okay, so this is saying I have 3 groups, and in each group there are 2 positive tokens. So if you look here, I've modeled that for you. These are our positive tokens. So in group 1, I've got 2 positive tokens. In group 2, 2 positive tokens. Group 3, 2 positive tokens. So again, the first number is the number of groups. So I'm like, oh, I have 3 groups. So group 1, group 2, group 3. In each group, I've got positive 2 tokens. So 2 positive tokens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So then you just have to look how many tokens are there in all. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positive tokens. So 3 times 2 is positive 6. Let's do some examples together. Example 1, 2 times negative 5. Well, remember, our first number tells us the number of groups. So this is saying I have 2 groups. So here I go. Group 1 and group 2. Group 1 and group 2. The second number, negative 5, tells us what's in each group. Okay, so in each group there is negative 5 tokens. So I'm going to color those in. 2, 3, 4, 5. So in group, I've got negative 5 in group 1. Same thing in group 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 2 groups, group 1, group 2, and in each group I've got negative 5 tokens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So I'm going to say that when I'm drawing these, a blank circle is positive, and a colored in circle is going to be negative. Make a little key for ourselves. Okay? So now I have to ask myself, how many tokens do I have in all? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 negative tokens. So positive 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Let's check that with our rules that we learned yesterday. Or not yesterday, earlier, excuse me. 2 times 5 is 10. I know that. And a positive times a negative, well, they have different signs, so my answer is negative. We're good. We did it right. Let's look at example 2. Negative 1 times 3. Well, we know our first number is our number of groups. Can I have a negative number of groups? Is that possible? I hope you said no, because you can't have. So you can't have a negative group. You can't have a negative group. So what do we do? We use the commutative property. The commutative property. If you remember, the commutative property, it's what we just took our test on, changes the order. Okay? The commutative property changes the order. So let's reverse the order. First I have negative 1 and 3, so now we're going to change the order. Now I have 3 times negative 1. Oh, well now can I have 3 groups? You bet I can. Group 1, group 2, group 3. And what's in each group? A negative 1. 1, 2. Okay, I've got a negative 1 in each group, so now what do I have in all? negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, add them all together, 1, 2, 3 negatives, so this equals negative 3. Negative 3. Well, let's check with our rules. We learned a positive times a negative. It's always going to be a negative because they have different signs. And 3 times 1 is 3. So negative 3. So when you have a negative number first, you can't have a negative group, guys. So we're going to use that commutative property, which says this will stay equal as long as I just reverse the order. Okay, so reverse the order. And 3 times negative 1, I have 3 groups of negative 1. 1, 2, 3 gets me a negative 3. Let's look at example number 3. Okay, example number 3. Negative 2 times negative 4. Well, I can't have a negative group. So let's try the commutative property. Change the order. That gives me negative 4 times negative 2. Well, that didn't help me at all because I've got a negative still here. I still can't have negative 4 groups. So the commutative property didn't help me here. What do I do? Well, let's remember that negative also means opposite. A negative 2 is the opposite of positive 2. So knowing that, let's pull this negative sign out front. So now I have 4. I just took the negative sign in front of the 4 and pulled it outside of the parentheses, times negative 2. Now can I make 4 groups of negative 2? You bet I can. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Okay, and each group I've got negative 2. So now what I would normally do is I would count all these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 negative tokens. So that would equal negative 8. But remember, I'm taking the opposite of it. So what's the opposite of negative 8? Positive 8. Okay? So negative 2 times negative 4, or even negative 4 times negative 2 should equal positive 8. Let's check our rules. 2 times 4 is 8, yes. And these have the same sign. They're both negative. If they have the same sign, your answer is going to be positive. Okay? So that's how to model multiplying integers with tokens. If you're more of a rule person and you want to follow the rules for multiplying and dividing integers, go for it. If you're one of those people that you need to draw it out, practice this way. Okay? Just remember that when you get really big numbers, like negative 55 times 20, you're not going to want to draw all those groups. So you're going to have to know the rules too, but for smaller numbers like this, if drawing it out helps you, go for it. All right, let's flip this page over. On the back, we've got dividing integers with tokens. Dividing integers is a little bit different the way we set it up. On multiplying, we said, well, that was the number of groups we have, and that's what's in each group. But dividing integers is a little different because we work backwards. So this first number, that's our total. That's our total, okay? Our total in all. The second number, the 4, tells us the number of groups we have. Okay? And our last number, our answer will be, oh, well, what do you have in each group? That's going to be our answer. So let's look here. 12 is our total. Okay? 12 is our total. So if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 tokens over here. I want to split them up into 4 groups. So group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4. Okay? Well, what can I put in each group? So I'd go, okay, this one goes here. This one goes here, this one goes here. Okay, I split them up evenly into 4 groups. And then how many tokens are in each group? There's 3 positives, so 12 divided by 4 is positive 3. Let's look at our examples, and it may make a little more sense when we do it. Okay, so remember our first number is the total. So we have a total of negative 8 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got a total of negative 8 tokens. And they want me to split that up into 2 groups. So group 1 and group 2. So what I'm going to do, this token's going to go here, this token here. I'm going to split it up evenly. Now that I've split up all my tokens, I want to know how many tokens are in each group. Well, each group has negative 4 tokens, so negative 4 would be my answer. Let's double check that with our rules. I know 8 divided by 2 is 4, okay? And a negative divided by a positive, divided by a positive, they have different signs, negative and positive, so my answer is negative 4. Let's look at our second example. 4 divided by negative 2. Why? I have a total of positive 4 tokens. 3, 4. And I want to break those up into negative 2 groups. Oh, here we go again. Same thing like on the multiplying side. Can I have a negative group? Nope. You can't have the negative group. Well, can I use the commutative property? Did the commutative property ever work for subtraction or division? No, it did not. So I cannot use the commutative property for dividing. I can only use it for multiplying. So that doesn't help me. I can't reverse the order. So what do I do? Well, if you remember on our last one on the multiplying side, we took the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to take this negative, I'm going to take it outside. So I still have 4 divided by 2. I just took my negative and I brought it outside the parentheses. So now I have a total of positive 4 tokens, and I want to break that up into 2 groups. I can do that. Group 1, group 2. Split it up evenly. Okay, so how many tokens are in each group? Well, there's 2 positive tokens in each group. But remember, I need to take the opposite. So what's the opposite of positive 2? Negative 2. So that would be our answer. Let's double check that using our rules. 4 divided by negative 2. Well, 4 divided by 2 is 2. I know that. And a positive divided by a negative. Those are different signs. And if I have different signs, my answer is going to be negative. Guys, you can also check that with your sleeping man. A positive divided by a negative. That's a negative. Okay? Example number 3, our final example. Okay, I've got negative 6. Oops. Sorry, that's supposed to be a division sign. Negative 6 divided by negative 3. Okay, well, let's go through our same questions. It tells me I have negative 6 tokens, so that's fine. I can draw those out. Can I have negative 3 groups? Nope. Does the commutative property ever work for division? Nope. So it's not going to help me to switch it. Okay? So now we just have to do the opposite. So we're going to take a negative out. So let's take the negative out of the 3. I can't have a negative group, so I'm going to bring my negative grouping out here. Okay, take it away from the negative 3 to make it a positive 3. So I can make 3 groups, positive 3 groups. So I've got negative 6 divided by 3. Guys, you can't take your negative away from the negative 6 because that still leaves you with a negative 3 groups, and you can't do that. You're trying to get rid of the negative groups, so that's why I take the negative away from the 3 so that I can have a positive group. Group 1, group 2, group 3. Okay, so I've got this negative, this negative, this negative, this negative, this one, and this one. All right, so what do I have? How many tokens are in each group? Well, there's negative 2 in each group, but don't forget we have to take the opposite. So what's the opposite of negative 2? Positive 2. Let's double check that. Negative 6 divided by negative 3. Negative 6 divided by negative 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, and a negative divided by a negative, same signs. If they have the same sign, it's positive. Okay, we can check that with our sleeping man too. A negative and a negative, cover them up. I'm left with positive. Positive 2. And that is how we model multiplying and dividing integers with tokens.